Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Friends, welcome back to my channel. We are discussing dip switches, dual inline package, and there is same category, single inline package switch, dip switch, SIP switch. In digital electronics, most of the time when there is address selection required or some option selection is necessary to be controlled with microprocessor, microcontroller, these switches are used. Most of the time these switches are used with combination of a resistor. If we see this example, here is 7805 IC. It is providing 5 volt positive here at this line. And this line is connected to all these resistors, 10k resistor. One side of each resistor is connected to 5 volt line. It is plus 5 volt VCC. The same 5 volt are provided to microcontroller, microprocessor, MCU, whatsoever. I will draw 4 resistors. With each resistor there is a switch. It is SPST, single pole, single throw switch. And second side of these switches is connected to this ground line. This ground side is connected in the second side of the switches. This ground line, it is coming to switches. From each pin, one line is taken out. 4 lines. When these switches are off, at that time these 5 volt will pass through this resistor to the microcontroller. It is reaching here. So we can say 5 volt will reach to microcontroller. Microcontroller will take action on this voltage line. If this switch is turned off, this time if we see, ground side is disconnected from this pin. Now if I will turn on this switch, this is on condition. Now the same point, before this 5 volt pulled up were going, but now the ground side, this side is reaching here because this switch is now making jumper, ground side and this line. If it is off, it will open. When it is on, it will provide ground to this pin, so that microprocessor, microcontroller will run another routine. In the software, it will be mentioned that if this pin is high, do this function. If this pin is low, that means connected to ground, do this function. 2 different options will be selected with the change in this pin. This pin, it will provide 5 volt here at this point. 5 volt from this line, because this time this switch is open circuit. But when this switch will be closed here at on position, now this line will be pulled down. The microcontroller, the microprocessor, CPU will start another routine. Before this, if it was selecting option A, then it will select option B. It is pull-up condition. Sometimes the condition is different. Positive line is connected to these switches. In this condition, it will give normally pulled down. When this switch will turn on, 5 volt will go to microcontroller. but in most of the circuits this configuration is used. These are 4 dip switches. 4 dip switches, dual in line. There are pins in both sides. If 4 pins for 4 switches are in one line and 5th pin here will make common, all pins will in same line. 4 switch pins and 1 common, that will be called SIP switch, single in line package switch. This is dip 4. There is dip 1, dip 2, dip 4, dip 8, dip 16. These are called data switches, address switches, or SMD dip switches. These are SMD, and there are also throw hole switches. A most common problem in these switches that after passage of long time there is a corrosion, there is some carbon, there is some resistance between the contacts. If the contact resistance is increased, that time it will not provide a good logical level to the pins. So microcontroller will not perform a good action. That time processor will start intermittent operations. At that time, the best way to check its resistance in on condition, it is 0.1 ohm. That is the resistance of test leads. If here is high resistance, we can spray contact cleaner, or we can inject a drop of alcohol, separate thinner, and we can move these switches 3-4 times like this. Normally it works. Now this switch is open and this switch is closed. If you enjoyed this video, give a thumb up. If you have any question, please write in the comments. Thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.